Buddy Patrick here, and today we are looking at a older figure, if you consider 2019 old. But I bought this figure because I do not plan on getting the Studio Series one. It looks terrible in robot mode to me. Your opinion may differ, but to me it just looks terrible in robot mode. But anyway, today we are taking a look at the Transformers Siege / Earthrise Astrotrain. I really like this figure. My first experience with the mold was the reissue of Galaxy Shuttle, and honestly, I really like it. I bought this off my friend Callie, Caltanity, I think it's pronounced. I don't know. It came with, just the figure, no weapons, no tinderbox. I have Galaxy Shuttles, but I'm too lazy to dig it out, I fully admit. I am also too lazy to dig out Galaxy Shuttle for this review comparison. Quality. Also, if you notice anything strange, I have a puppy under me. So, anyway. Let's get a nice look on the details. A nice front section, nice purple, nice Decepticon emblem. Some nice glossy paint on the top here. Some nice pipe detailing. Yeah, the wheels aren't picked out, unlike Galaxy Shuttle, but it's fine. Also got some nice bright silver for the back here. These are Blast Effect compatible. If I can find the Blast Effects I used in Thundercracker's review 2 minutes ago. They are Blast Effect compatible. Yeah. Underside, you can see his face, but, like, who displays their toys like this? Yeah, you can also see some of the nice Siege battle damage, but I'll get more into that later. Yeah, the top is gray. This section here is gray. Oh, well. Yeah, I think he looks good. For comparison, here he is with the 86 Optimus mold. As you can see, the train is comically small, but, Here he is with Blastoff, because I didn't feel like grabbing Brawl for this review, despite him being one of the next videos I filmed today. Yeah. This is a better comparison in train mode, but, or in shuttle mode, but, And here he is with Classics Astrotrain, who is longer. But, this one's also chunkier and thicker. That being said, I do kind of prefer Classics because I like the sleek bullet train more than I do the steam locomotive. But anyway. But yeah, I do really like this figure. Now, obviously, train is not the only thing you can do, because there is the Astro in Astrotrain. So let's get down to shuttle mode. Woo! Alright, so you're going to want to compress this. Open these panels right here. Don't fold them back yet, because you need them down so you have the clearance to swing these sections to the back. Now you can close them. You're going to want to flip it over. Take these little wing sections here and untab them. They tab into the arms. You can see that little slot right there. Tabs right on here. Probably still a little bit better. Yeah. Then finish unfolding the wings. You're going to want to come back here to the booster, untab it just slightly. Then you're going to want to come here, open these panels right here. Open these sections, and then flip the chest around like this, and bring these down. The section will kind of, clip over the elbows. That just screwed everything up. You're going to want to bring this fin down. It'll, go right between the arms like that. You're going to want to then peg this back where it was. And we have the back half of the shuttle all done. You're going to want to split these sections like this. You're going to want to then split the legs and bring these sections in, you know, the light section. And then I, you know, bring the legs back together and flip that around so you get the shuttle nose cone. And then bring all this back into place. And there we go. There is Astrotrain in shuttle mode. Nice, simple to flip back and forth. I do really like it. As you can see, there's more of that nice siege battle damage. Everyone always hates the siege battle damage, but I really like it. Anyway, you got some nice yellow and red there on the side. Some purple right there. Some purple outlining the wings. Some nice con emblems. Nice greebling all throughout. That is one thing the War for Cybertron trilogy was known for, was its greebling. And you got a nice kind of bulbous cockpit, but you know, it's fine. Some nice silver windows in there. These are supposed to be like headlights, I guess. I don't know, trains or shuttles. Yeah. Tail fin. I do kind of wish it was painted a little bit, but you know, it's G1 accurate, so yeah, all in all, I think this is a really cool shuttle. Yeah, comparisons. 86 Prime. He doesn't get any longer, other than like maybe 2 millimeters. Maybe there's like 2 millimeters longer. I don't fucking know. But he doesn't really get any longer, let's be honest. Here he is with Blast Off. Big space shuttle, little space shuttle. Big space shuttle, little space shuttle. Here he is with 86 Thundercracker. This is comically out of scale, but you know. Here he is with the Classics. I forgot to fold up his landing gear. Classics. I think this Classics one nails the shuttle a little bit better. If I transform it right. Jeez. I do think Classics nails the shuttle a bit better. That being said, I like the wingspan more on him, but still. But yeah, you know. You know. But anyway. So, we have one more mode to get to, so let's get down to it. First thing, we're going to start on the legs. So, I am going to raise my camera, give myself a little bit more room to work with. You're going to want to split this section again. Bring it down. You want to come back here and untab the feet. There's 5mm port peg. Bring it in, kind of shift it a little bit so you can bring it in, and it will just tab into this hole right here using this peg. Just like that. You can then bring these down and split. You might just have to go ahead and leave it. Do that. Split the legs. Make sure these will snap in. You want to come to these sections, bring them down. These are his hip skirts. You want to come to the back here, take the thruster, untab it, and just shift it down like that. Unpeg the wings and bring them down like that. You're going to want to take the tail, split the arms a little bit so you can get the tail fin, pull that up, fold that up, close these sections right here. You're going to want to come to the arm, untab it, straighten it out, rotate it, pull the fist out, and it will just kind of clip in right there. Do the same on the opposite side. Clip that in, and we are done. that is Seige Astrotrain in robot mode. Mine has loose knees, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, so that is Seige Astrotrain in robot mode. He looks really good in my opinion. Let's get in close on that head sculpt. Yep, that is Astrotrain. He looks pissed. I do kind of prefer 86's lighter colors, but I don't mind the darker. And it fits for what, you know, the whole War for Cybertron trilogy was going for. You know, it was supposed to be more gritty and realistic, so the darker does work. I just personally prefer the brighter of the two. But, yeah, so let's get a look at some of the details. You got the nice ab detailing. A lot of nice greebles all throughout. Like I said, War for Cybertron trilogy was known for its greebles. But, yeah, 5mm ports all around him, so you can arm him up with your weaponizers. Yeah, the back is decently clean. You got these pieces, and then the wings and thrusters, but this is just Astrotrain. These, you know, what can you do? But yeah. So articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. So you can rotate, you can look up a little bit. You can get very minuscule tilts. That's mostly because of the way his helmet's shaped, but you know. You can... Arms can do a full 360, but the wings do get in the way. Then go out that far. If you untap it, you can get more, but yeah, anyway, that's not going to work. You can rotate the bicep. Double jointed elbow, but that does expose a hollow gap. Oh well. You can pull the wrist down, which helps if you give him a sword. You know, you can get a sword tilt or a sword point pose. That's cool. You do have waist rotation. Legs can kick outwards that far. This panel does bump into the wings, but still even with that, you get a nice range of movement. And go back about that far. You move the hip skirts to get a full kick. You do have thigh rotation. You do have 90 degrees at the knee. Like I said, mine are a little loose. That's a little annoying, but it's fine. And you have your ankle tilt. You can get the foot to go back if you unpeg it, but I don't know why you would. But yeah, I think this is a really fun figure, even with the gimped knees. Yeah. Now, for comparison, here he is with the 86 Optimus mold. As you can see, that's not quite accurate scaling, which is like the biggest thing 86 has over Seige, is that it scales better. But at the cost of the robot mode looking, it's going for the toon, you know, design and stuff. However, it has the toy proportions, and that just does not work for me. You know, it's one or the other, in my opinion, and this goes for toon with toon proportions, and it just works a lot better, in my opinion. Here he is with Blast Off. And here he is with Classics. Now, the Classics is still my favorite Astrotrain figure, but I still really like Seige. More than 86. Sorry, yawn. Yeah. Like I said, if you like 86, more power to you. I just personally don't. The vehicle modes look great on 86, but the robot mode, the main thing, for me at least, doesn't, and it's just, it just doesn't work for me. But if you like it, more power to you. I'm okay sticking with Seige and Classics. But anyway, that has been my review of the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Seige Astrotrain. Like I said, I really enjoy this figure. If you can find it for a decent price, even if it's missing the tender box and stuff, pick it up. It's a treat. But if you prefer 86, more power to you. Pick that up instead. I just prefer this guy. Anyway, that's been it. If you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace.